Hello and welcome to Smaulgld's Central Bank of Kazakhstan Gold Reserve Update for the month of November 2018. Kazakhstan added gold to her reserves for the 74th month in a row. Kazakhstan Central Bank of Gold Reserves now top 345 tons. They did that by adding 140,000 ounces of the yellow stuff, or about 4.35 tons of gold to reserves in November. And they are now in 13th place and ahead of the mighty Saudi Arabia, whose central bank holds 322.9 tons. Gold is now about 45% of Kazakhstan's overall official reserve assets as of the end of November, and they've been adding gold more and more each year. In 2016, they added 36 tons of gold. Kazakhstan added 40 tons of gold in 2017, and so far they have added about 1.5 million ounces, or well over 45 tons to reserves. They'll probably end up the year adding over 50 tons of gold. And there is your Smaulgld super classic mug for $23.99 with free shipping in the continental US. Just click on the website to order your Smaulgld classic mug. Same with the super classic mug and the classic mug for $19.99. Okay, well, let's see some charts here on what's going on with Kazakhstan, give you some comparisons as to why it's relatively significant that a country with a small GDP of just about $160 billion annually has about $14 billion worth of gold. And they actually have more gold than the Bank of England. And here you can see here they're now at 345 tons, having added all of that amount since January 2015, when they only had 198. And as we mentioned, Kazakhstan has now added gold to reserves for the last 74 months. They are the only country to have such a streak. The only other country that is reporting gold on a regular basis, not these one-offs, is the Central Bank of Russia. But even they, over the past 3 or 4 years, have missed a couple of months. And although they have added far more gold to the reserves than Kazakhstan has, but remember the relative sizes of the two countries. So why is Kazakhstan buying gold? Pretty much the same reason that the Central Bank of Russia is buying gold. They are gold producers. They have currencies that aren't doing very well. In the case of Russia, they're under sanctions, so they do need alternative reserve assets to the dollar, and gold suits the bill, especially if you can purchase it directly from your own mines. Now, according to the United States Geological Survey, Kazakhstan has increased its gold production from 22 tons in 2008 to almost 70 tons in 2017. I don't have the numbers for this year, 2018, or last year as it is now, but they're probably producing the same amount, and that's why they're adding more gold this year than last year. They've already added 45 tons, and was it 45 tons so far? Yeah, 45.7 tons, and last year they added 40. And that's of the 70 tons that they mined in 2017. And here's just a point. All this gold that Kazakhstan is adding to reserves is not helping its currency. Its currency is pretty much out of favor, as you can see. Gold versus the Kazakhstan, I call it the tenge, but I think it's pronounced the tenge, has really gone up 4 or 5-fold over the last 4 or 5 years against this currency. So adding this gold to the Central Bank of Kazakhstan hasn't helped the currency, but what it has done is they've effectively converted their tenge into gold, and that's a good thing. Makes sense. If they have gold and they have tenge and one's going up and the other's going down, makes sense to do a swap. And where does that put Kazakhstan in the overall scheme of things in the league tables? They are in the top 20 of gold holding nations, and they're at 13. And they are ahead of the United Kingdom, Spain, Australia, Austria, Belgium, Saudi Arabia. They are at number 13, just behind Portugal, whom they should pass next year. And there's the rest of the numbers from the other banks, but let's hone in a bit, just a little bit, on the top 11 to 20, and you can see Kazakhstan pulling close to Portugal. Another year of 45-50 tons, and they will indeed pass Portugal with Taiwan on their sites. Now, countries today are not adding, as I mentioned, gold on a regular basis. Their central banks aren't. So Kazakhstan should probably pretty easily be able to, if they just keep up the pace, move into the top 10. All right, well, that's about it. If you want to add gold to your own reserves, please consider shopping at the Smaulgld affiliate links at SD Bullion, Golden Eagle Coin, Money Metals Exchange, on the Smaulgld website or below this BitChute or YouTube. It helps the site out. And you pay no more, no less than if you visited those sites directly. It's not an investment advice to buy gold or silver or anything. But if you are going to buy and you've done your research, please consider shopping at those bullion dealers. Also consider picking yourself up a Smaulgld game-changing mug or making a donation to Smaulgld via Bitcoin, Litecoin, PayPal, or even becoming a Smaulgld patron. How about you pick up yourself one of those Smaulgld beer steins at the Smaulgld store. Thank you very much. And we will see you tonight and every night around 7 to 8 o'clock. Check on the Smaulgld YouTube channel for the alert when we'll be doing a live stream. But we do one each and every night in the evening, Eastern Standard Time, 7. We either start at 7, 7:30, or 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we cover, as the site says, economics, gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies, and occasionally politics as it might impact, or culture as it might impact cryptocurrencies, economics, gold, and silver. Thanks for listening.